Hello, I'm Coercer, and we're watching games from ArtifactCup number 29. We are in the finals. We have seen the first game between Tren and Majiir Part 2. So let's just load up the next one in this series. Now, Tren won the first game by using a double production cruiser railgun build. He kept Majiir boxed in and basically denied Majiir from expanding and building up any kind of sizable force, constantly attacking and retreating, and that spelled out to be Majiir's doom in the end. Tren will be playing as the Knaff. Majiir is playing random, and this match will be played on Firebase Grill. Right. So Majiir has once again spawned in as the coalition. Looks like the randomizer really liked the coalition. And up here we have Tren playing as the Knaff. So both players are now just setting up their economies. Majiir has not retired his base runner, and the way he's positioning it, I'm guessing he's going to plop down a defensive turret somewhere on a high ground, looks like on this tune, or he's just keeping it around to scout a bit. Tren, in the meantime, let's look at production, is producing salvagers as fast as he can, and Tren has sent out a blast drone. It looks like Tren is doing that a lot. From the initial base runner, he builds a blast drone and uses it as a scout, as a very early game scout. Of course, that's pretty smart. It's built pretty quickly, and you can zoom around the map with it since it's just that fast. Let's look at what Majiir is researching. He is just about done with AV fabrication. Once again, Majiir is doing the standard coalition opening of AAV, and it'll be interesting to see if he will then go for air or if he will support those AAVs with railguns. Majiir opens up his first bulkhead and starts mining those resource units, construction units actually. My bad. Tren looks like, let's look at his resources. He's producing. What is he producing? I think I missed that. He is building more salvagers. It looks like he may have invested into refinery mode, and that's why there aren't any more units out on the field at the moment, and Majiir is using one of his initial LEVs to scare away this blast drone. LEVs have quite a bit of range, and they can kind of catch these blast drones. Just have to be careful not to let them get too close. And that blast drone just repaired up to full health as soon as it was out of combat. So that is quite interesting. I don't think I've realized that blast drones heal over time. So Majiir's AV force is moving out across the map, and that blast drone gets taken out by the command and fire of these two leading AAVs. And Tren now knows that these AVs are coming. He positioned that production cruiser on top of that dune, presumably so any assault ships that pop out, yeah, there you go, there's the first one, will have the high ground advantage in firing on those AVs. Tren is also supporting that assault ship with missiles fired from his carrier, and wisely Tren has hidden his expansion salvagers on the corner of the map there, and Tren, Majiir is just not letting up. He has picked up one artifact and has just now picked up the second one, and he is moving in with those AAVs, determined to deal economic damage to Tren. He does not want to repeat the previous game, and one Salvager goes down. Majiir uses smoke to prevent those assault ships from DPSing the AAVs constantly, and it looks like he's going to get a second Salvager. Will he do it? Yes, he gets the second one, but that AAV won't make it out alive. So 3 AAVs came in, quite some damage dealt to that production cruiser, but it has healed up in the meantime. And it looks like Tren lost 3 salvagers on his main, and all of the salvagers from his first bulkhead have survived, so that probably didn't go quite as Majiir would have wanted it to go, but economic damage was done while Majiir was happily carting these artifacts across the map. One artifact is now extracted from Majiir, so he is leading 1-0 in the artifact count, and as soon as Majiir sees that there are assault ships in the way, he reroutes that base runner to save it. A small raiding force of LEVs is trying to sneak in here on the other side of the map. I'm pretty sure that Majiir, the Tren did spot that as a raider ping, but it certainly looks like from this angle that Majiir could have just swept in around here, this side of the map, and tried to deal some more economic damage. But that assault ship would have probably been able to deal with those LEVs quite efficiently. Majiir has research railguns, and he now has them on the field, so defending against these assault ships should be much easier now. Majiir's base runner is being poked by that assault ship, and Majiir positions his LEVs on the dune to get the high ground advantage. And even though that assault ship can wipe out LEVs quite quickly, if you position them well, LEVs can and do outrange assault ships. Now, the railguns of Majiir are in range, as well as the turret over the dune. So Tren will need to be careful where he positions those assault ships. It looks like we're going to see the classic dance around the crest of the dune that you always do with assault ships when you're playing Knef or Galician, and you basically wait for the enemy to come across the dune so you can hopefully deal AoE damage to them. But if you're getting outflanked like this, of course you will get taken out by superior firepower and superior range. Tren, what has Tren been up to? He now has 2 production cruisers on the field, but it looks like he has not yet opened up that bulkhead. He is producing assault ships, he is producing sand skimmers, and he has researched air, so he is going for interceptors. Majiir already has a missile battery out on the field, so Majiir shouldn't have that much trouble defending against interceptors, as long as Tren doesn't micro them very efficiently, which I'm afraid he will do, especially if those interceptors have afterburner technology. That will make them hard to take down with just 1 missile battery. You need at least a couple to be able to just snap them out of the air. Tren is being very bold with his assault ships. He is looking to take out as many railguns as he can, and Tren just knows all the little tricks on these maps, and his assault ships are able to hide out here. Well, if you were paying attention, you could see that they were firing up this ledge while those railguns were not able to get a lock on them. So Tren is being very smart with his positioning, while Majiir is getting some damage done here with a raiding party of LEVs. he is distracting Tren from microing these assault ships. Tren is just about to return the favor, and Majiir being a bit gutsy, using that base runner with the artifact to deploy a turret, and Tren just comes in with interceptors, takes out both of those turrets. He's now targeting logistics modules. Now, that's something that Tren really likes to do. Instead of targeting any of these small targets or something that he knows he won't be able to take down with just 3 interceptors, and some ammo has already been expended on those interceptors, he decided to go for logistics modules. Now, of course, logistics modules supply. Well, they supply. they make sure you have enough capacity to field your fleet as a coalition player. So they are a necessity, and Tren just knows that if he can take them out quickly, and especially when he doesn't take any kind of casualties while doing so, he basically just forces Majiir to spend 250, I believe it's 250, yes, 250 CUs for a logistics module. Majiir is now moving in again on this side of the map. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a missile battery with these railguns. He does have LEVs there, but these interceptors moving a bit too quickly, and the LEVs do not have any damage upgrade. So these railguns are pretty much fodder for those interceptors at the moment. But one railgun does manage to survive. Most of those LEVs get smashed in the AoE attacks. And now Majiir is trying to buy some time by sending in those LEVs, so he'll maybe be able to get that railgun away. AV comes in to support the railgun along with 2 missile batteries, and if Majiir targets those airburst mortars well, and he does, he takes out a chunk of these sand skimmers efficiently. Unfortunately, that railgun does go down to 2 sand skimmers, but Majiir is doing a good job of keeping Tren busy, making sure Tren isn't left alone, and making it so that Tren can't focus on just microing his assault groups. But it certainly looks like Majiir doesn't have a lot of ground forces on the field at the moment, and I've just seen that he is researching battlecruiser fabrication, so he is stocking up, or he was stocking up resources to be able to afford that research. And it looks like Majiir is going to try to take out Tren with a battlecruiser hot drop. That'll be quite interesting to see. Base runner really is just a beacon for these interceptors. They keep striking on it, and the base runner keeps surviving them because Majiir keeps repairing it. But those sand skimmers will intercept that base runner, I'm afraid. There's a small engagement on the other side of the map, but Majiir shouldn't have any trouble keeping those 2 assault ships at bay. These sand skimmers, yeah, it definitely looks like they will be able to take down that base runner, even if a couple of them will get taken out by the carrier. And yes, base runner finally goes down. Majiir got quite some mileage out of that, but seeing how it had that artifact on it, basically Tren just knew where the base runner was and where potential turrets might be hiding. Majiir is now going to try and block Tren from delivering an artifact with his base runner. Majiir is building missile batteries to help protect against Tren's air units. Tren is massing up his interceptors on the other side of the map. So it'll be interesting to see which targets he'll pick, what he'll spot, and just what will be deleted off the map. Tren starts picking off railguns with those interceptors, but as soon as those missile batteries damage interceptors, he decides to bug out. The turret takes down a sand skimmer, but now Majiir's main is wide open to those sand skimmers. The support cruiser, of course, deals 1 damage, so that won't help. And once again, Tren is targeting down logistics modules, and that will prevent Majiir from building units, at least until he doesn't spend more resources on rebuilding these logistics modules. So Tren being very efficient with his attacks, trying to make Majiir spend as much money as he can for as little investment on Tren's side. These sand skimmers should be mopped up by this force. His AVs will be able to slow them down, while those railguns, if they hit the sand skimmers, will of course mop up any stragglers. There is a railgun and siege cruiser fight on this side of the map. I didn't even notice Tren built this one. Tren uses the barrage ability to deal some massive damage to these railguns, and then the base cylinder just gets taken out right at the finish line, basically. And now both the siege cruiser and Majiir's remaining forces retreat from that engagement, since at the moment there's no point in fighting over that. Let's see how far Majiir is with those battle cruisers. It looks like he is just building up a supporting force, so those battle cruisers won't get taken out as soon as they are revealed. Tren is amassing sand skimmers, and with support from that siege cruiser, Tren has a formidable force. Siege cruiser deals a lot of AoE damage, and those railguns take a lot of damage, especially from that EMP strike. Wow. Tren mops up that force without any issue, and the sand skimmers will be able to overwhelm the AoEs. They're still in the field. Tren is just being careful with his siege cruiser. He is taking out high value targets. He has taken out the missile battery that was protecting that force, so we should see interceptors launching fairly soon. How many does Tren have? He has just 1. It looks like I missed another major engagement on the map, and at times like this I wish I could rewind the replay just so I could see what happened. I imagine there was a fight here on this side of the map. It looks like some missile batteries were taken out. I think Majiir had 3 here on this side of the map, so that might explain where all those interceptors went. Majiir is building 2 battle cruisers and has some railguns queued up as he moves his carrier across the map, and Tren is still sitting there with his carrier at the moment. He has no idea how much pain will be delivered to his doorstep very soon. The sand skimmers, of course, spot the carrier, and the battle cruiser pops out and is revealed. The AoE damage on that battle cruiser should be able to wipe out the sand skimmers without much trouble. It kind of looked like one of those volleys took out Majiir's gun, and as soon as Tren sees and recognizes what Majiir is up to, Tren starts moving all of his forces across the map. The siege cruiser force is moving in to eliminate Majiir's resourcing. Tren's carrier is running away from Majiir and his battle cruisers. It looks like the battle cruisers got stuck. Oh no, this is such a shame. More interceptors moving out for Tren. They encounter a missile battery. They're being mopped up by that missile battery and the support cruiser AA. So now Tren's air superiority is being hampered. Majiir is building another battle cruiser. Majiir now has 3 battle cruisers out. They are dealing massive damage to everything they find, while Majiir is scouting ahead with his carrier. He has the armor and repair systems powered on his carrier, so that is helping keeping these battle cruisers alive. There are now 4 battle cruisers on the field, and Majiir needs to be careful. It looks like he's going to lose that battle cruiser. Oh, he popped smoke just in time to save it, and now these other battle cruisers will flank Tren's railgun position, and the AoE damage on those battle cruisers will take out quite a few of these units. Let's see if I can get some shots in. Oh, that base runner is in the world of hurt. Assault railguns trying to deal damage to these battle cruisers, but their armor is just too much. The firepower being delivered is simply massive. And Tren is hiding with his carrier up on the high ground. His production cruisers are retreating there as well. And Tren is building up heavy railguns, and if he builds enough of them, he might be able to survive this battle cruiser assault. It looked like Majiir was trying to box Tren in on this high ground. It certainly looks like it would have been better if those battle cruisers would just go around this side of the map, but Majiir wanted to take out that production cruiser, and he did. Still 1 battle cruiser here with Majiir's carrier. Sand skimmers trying to deal damage to it. And I'm not sure if battle cruisers have a minimum range in which they can target and fire. But that was a good move to prevent these sand skimmers from chipping away at that battle cruiser's health. EMP strike comes in from that siege cruiser, disabling the battle cruiser for now, but it recovers, and the siege cruiser volley ends up taking out Majiir's battle cruiser. In the meantime, Majiir moves up with his 1 battle cruiser, while the other 2 are coming around on the other side of the map, and these heavy railguns are just sitting here at the back, with Tren providing vision with his carrier. And that 1 battle cruiser goes down. 2 railgun fire, and if Tren is not careful, these 2 battle cruisers will be able to open fire on his carrier. The base runner is now just basically spotting for Tren's missiles and those railguns. As soon as that battle cruiser crests the hill and is in line of sight of those heavy railguns, it's already lost half of its health. You can see how much damage these battle cruisers deal to carriers. Just a couple of volleys on that carrier, and it's already at half health. Majiir could just it's going to be so close. The battle cruiser is taken down, and Tren moves out of sight range of that battle cruiser. And I'm afraid these heavy railguns will just instigate that battle cruiser as soon as it gets inside range again. Oh no, Majiir, this was so close. If those battle cruisers were just a bit quicker, they wouldn't move so slowly. I'm sure Majiir would have been able to take down that carrier, but now combined firepower of Tren's siege cruiser and heavy railguns is enough to take down that battle cruiser. Just as Tren launches a bomber, it looks like Majiir conceded the match. His resourcing was taken out, and this was his last hope of taking out Tren, and it was so close. Well, Tren wins game number 2, and since this is a best of 5, we have at least one more game to look at. If Tren wins that one, he wins Artifact Cup number 29, and if Majiir wins, we can look forward to more tense games like this one. Well, let's see what happens in the next game.